Hi, Cancer. It's Kendrick from Providence. I am here and I'm going to read your Archangel Power Tarot cards because 2 fell out for you for the first proofread of July. I have 1 Romance Angels Oracle card for you. I also have an Archangel Oracle card for you from Doreen Virtue and 1 Keepers of the Light Oracle from Kyle Gray. So I've already shuffled and these fell out, so I know what they are, but the other ones are already shuffled and the deck is down, so we don't know what they are. They're going to reveal themselves. Okay, so we got the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is, being in an environment that makes you feel comfortable. Being in an environment that you can navigate freely in, with your communication, your emotions, your creativity. You can nurture the environment with good vibrations of I don't know, just harmonious energy, encouragement, that type of thing, good words, good vibes, good mood, all of that. Cancer rules, the breast, and it rules the stomach, so it talks about, fertile ideas. You have some really good ideas that just need to be nurtured a little bit, right? They just need to be nurtured a little bit. This 3 is connected to, the 3rd ray, right? This is kind of like your intelligence, okay? Putting it to use. This card says reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So there could be a pregnancy here. I say Cancer does rule motherhood, the breast, and also the stomach. So Cancer, right? You guys are fertile. You might be experiencing some kind of emotional growth. You could be experiencing some kind of emotional maturity, and that's the reason to celebrate. You have kind of outgrown an old version of how you used to feel about something. You know what I mean? And that's great because you see that you are growing inside, right, and out, because when you grow and you change internally, then everything outside of you as well. So it's like a seed has been planted and that thing has been growing, and you have been being shown a way to work with this energy, this new energy, because it's kind of shifts and changes with the tides. You're not seasick anymore. You're able to kind of be more comfortable in these waters now. You see what I mean? So if some of you were having what is it? Morning sickness, maybe that's going away, Or maybe some of you thought you were going to have morning sickness, but you don't, and you're glad that you don't. Yeah, or some of you are just kind of finding a reason to feel good about the work that you do again. You know what I mean? Because it does talk about how, you've been put to the test with some things emotionally with this 3 of Raphael here, right? Learning some things about yourself and others, and about just your environment and, the obstacles that you've kind of overcome, right? So you feel differently about yourself. The way you view the world has changed as well, right? Okay, and here's the epiphany that comes along with that. You're processing, you are digesting this information. You are being watered with knowledge. Okay, hello. Your spirit is being watered with knowledge, honey, with this epiphany card here as the Hermit. It's the inner light, okay? It's that inner light. And it's trusting that inner light as well. And the inner light would be your spirit. This card is ruled by Mercury, okay? It is like the grown-up magician. So you definitely have matured. You are looking back, okay, at what you have learned, and you are compiling all of those experiences, okay, into one. You are, okay? You are a compilation of experiences, right? This says joy through spiritual growth. We spoke about that. Be a light to others, because this talks about like, what is it? What is having an experience that teaches you something if you can't show others what you have learned from your experience? These are your philosophies. Trust your philosophies. Trust what your experience has shown you, you know, right? You got street smarts, you got book smarts. You can trust both of them, right? Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. So this is kind of like, you know, going on walks. Some of you need to do that. Because, you know, the Virgo, this is a Virgo card, right? Being out in nature, that kind of thing. Because it's a card of solitude, very much. It's a 9 that's connected to like the 9th house, like Sagittarius. Very much like a solitary type of thing. You know, that's when you find most of your spiritual and your answers and your guidance, right? Okay? And don't overanalyze everything. Just kind of like let these things come in effortlessly, right? Okay. You know, and you're on a spiritual quest. So this is saying that you're understanding why some things need to change, you know? Some things do become obsolete, you know? All right. Let's look at and see what your Archangel Oracle card is. Overcoming difficulties, for sure. The worst is now behind you. Especially with the Hermit, because they've come a long way. The worst is behind you. You're turning a corner. Cancer, and this is connected to you, right? Just because the moon is number 18. The moon in the tarot is Pisces, but then that's opposite Virgo. So it's talking about, you know, balance that comes from being willing to change, because you learn something new every day. Virgo talks about the daily grind. You know, you guys have been grinding daily, and you learn something new every day from your grind. Sometimes you learn things about people. Sometimes you learn things about the industry that you're in and what it means to be in that industry. Sometimes you learn about how you feel about it from any one given day to the other. You know, how much work am I putting into it? Am I putting enough work, effort, energy, and time into something? Right? Have I done enough? Some of you are asking yourself, what have I done? What have I accomplished? Stop thinking about that. You know, just keep going. Keep accomplishing things that you are accomplishing. You know, live in the moment. That's also what the Epiphany card is. Whoa, right? Because I'm living in the moment. I'm able to have epiphanies because I'm living in the moment. If I'm stuck in the past, right, overcoming difficulties, the worst is now behind you. If I'm stuck in the past looking at the worst things that have happened, overanalyzing that stuff, then I won't have the epiphanies that I need to have, right? Now I'm not celebrating life. I'm not living in the moment. I'm not able to receive those things as they come to me, as they shift and change form, you know? Stop hanging on to stuff. This is your Keepers of the Light Oracle from Kyle Gray. Higher Learning. Y'all better watch that movie. Ice Cube, Tyra Banks. Those are the only people I remember. Is Queen Latifah in that? Okay. Higher Learning, Melchizedek. Yes, that's a strong name. You have learned from experience more inner study is now required to further your process. You've learned from the experience. It's not about how hard it was or why it was so hard. It's about what you learned and what you now know that you don't have to learn again. Because you won't be inviting that energy in like you were before when you were like, you've overcome something. You know, you learned that lesson, honey. Yay, we're excited. I forgot to pull your romance. Chemistry. Come on, y'all. Okay, what y'all doing over here? There is a strong magnetic attraction here, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have your Moon in your 4th house, you could have your Moon in your 1st house as well. That would be kind of like Cancer rising. All right, so you got chemistry with somebody, basically. And here's the 3 of Cups there, right? Y'all spending some time with somebody. What's going on here? What's the good energy? What is that? What's the vibe? The epiphany. Oh, okay. You might be uncomfortable with the epiphany too. Hey. But you are definitely starting to realize some things that you haven't realized in this way before about yourself, maybe about others, or just about life in general, because it's not like anyone's fault that you're learning these lessons. It's actually what's meant to be happening, Thank you so much, Cancer.